talking to the shadows. 1 o'clock till 4. And Lord, how slow the moments go when all I do is pour black coffee. Since the blues caught my eye, I'm hanging out on Monday.
Hey, unless one of the hookers bit your nipples off or something, you got no reason to bother me. Beat it.
Just, try to use a little discretion, alright? This is an off-the-books kind of deal, and his employers shouldn't find out about it. Vincent will be paying you for delivery, so no need to come back here. Although you should anyways, because there's more work to be done. Here you go. Have fun in Vegas.
You do? Well, hand it here then. Great. Let me just take care of that. Here's your delivery fee. So, our mutual friend told me some good things about you. Said you get things done. That sound about right to you? Don't be a wise ass. Anyway, I got some side projects going on here. Side projects that the bosses don't need to know about, understand? I need someone who can get things done. Things I can't personally do myself. Deal? There's a lot of money to be made here. A fucking lot. Smart move. Alright, to get started, you'll need to meet my business partner. He'll have some work to get you on the right foot with us. Alright, head for Freeside. You're looking for this little shithole bar. Should be next to that store, what's it, Mike and Ralph's? Yeah. Anyway, go there and head into the, private section. Don't worry, they know I'm sending someone their way. You're gonna be talking to this shifty little fuck named Sullivan. He'll have something to get you started. Go on now. There's good money to be made here, so don't take it slow.
Tired of eating 200-year-old yum-yum deviled eggs?
Safety
Why don't you stop by and grab some fresh meat from the delicatessen?
The fiends have been less organized with Motor Runner gone. Good riddance.
Going to place me a good bet at the Thorn. Can't go anywhere else.
Hello. Hey.
Hey, it's great what you're doing for the Thorn. Way to go.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away. Hey there, need anything?
Evening. Hello there.
No! Go and talk to Mr. Sullivan, dumb human. The fuck do you care? I'm security, so unless I'm breaking your dumb body in half, we don't have business. Now, go bother Mr. Sullivan before you and I have business. He's my fucking employer. He pays me to literally do nothing but stand here in this spot and make sure everyone plays nice. You know what? Mr. Sullivan loves talking. I have an idea. You go talk to him and leave me alone. You're a tremendous cunt. Has anyone ever told you that? I'm imagining the sound your spine would make if I took hold of your head and just slowly twisted it all the way around. Are you serious? I walked, asshole. Lift one foot, put it in front of the other. Holy dog shit. I left because most mutant communities are filled up with fucking retards who try to kill me with inane bullshit questions. Sound familiar, you annoying son of a bitch? Finally.
Those fiend junkies over at Vault 3 have been taking some hits. I say kill them all.
Some cons got cornered in the ruins of Boulder City, but the NCR let them go. That's unusual.
Welcome, welcome. It is a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure. Allow me to introduce myself. Roy Sullivan, entrepreneur at your service.
Hello there, I'm Bobby Bass. It's a real pleasure to meet you. You know, Judge Richter, he sent over the paperwork. I heard you took down Mr. Sugar. Now, there was some nastiness between you and the judge, and you know what? You looked right past that.
I do apologize for the conditions of the upstairs venue and unpleasant inevitability of the business, I'm afraid. I have a number of tasks that require the aid of a skilled operator. I do hope you'll be up for the task. I suspect you already are, yes? I'll start you off with a rather simple venture. Ideally so that we might gauge how well we may work together in the future. Are you by any chance much of a poker player? Ah, of course you do. Well, my bodyguard Patrice here, he tells me the caravan is widely popular among second-gen super mutants. Well, isn't that interesting? Well, regardless, I originally asked because I have a point to make. Right. My original point being that I have some friends who enjoy a nice bit of poker just as much as myself. The key difference being the stakes. I simply never gotten into the mindset where I could comfortably match the wagers of these gentlemen. I couldn't hope to tell you any exact numbers, of course. I doubt they could either. It's all about the vulgar display of wealth, I think. Well, even though they're patriotic citizens of the NCR refuses to reciprocate the fond feelings. They're forced to hold their games in clandestine locations, out of sight and under heavy guard. As I'm sure you can imagine, Vegas is quite appealing to my friends. Sadly, high-stakes gambling is restricted to the approved casinos. Well, I've gone ahead and found a location in outer Vegas where they can gamble their little hearts away, with the authorities none the wiser. Exactly so, friend. Indeed, the location I mine for them is discreet, defensible, and rather spacious. It just has a small infestation problem. Specifically, what's the proper nomenclature? Vagrants, squatters, nah, no matter. I simply cannot host the wealthy elite in a building where they'll be forced to interact with unwashed vagrant types. I need them gone, as thorough as can be. That's your first job, my friend. Just head on down there and get rid of those filthy people. Oh, yes, one other thing. The interior of the space is going to be utterly gutted and renovated. There's simply no avoiding that. Which means you have free reign to simply kill the squatters. We'll be tearing out the carpets anyway, so a few bloodstains are no problem. Hurry back once you're done, friend. We have much to discuss.
It shouldn't be long before the fiends are wiped out, now that their bosses are gone.
Let all be vanquished under our might.
All right, then.
Whoa, 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 hold the fuck up, stranger. This building is already claimed, alright? If you're looking for a bed to sleep in, keep looking. All of these are already ours, got it? I don't want to have to hurt you, so just turn around and go back the way you came. I'm not looking to make new friends, stranger. Stow the friendly chit-chat and just walk back out the way you came. I'm just trying to take care of my friends here. We're hungry, broke, and beat down. So please, just leave us alone. What? Damn it, alright, let's teach this fucker a lesson.
Watch out!
I'm here. Help!
Had enough?
They killed him! You like that?
This is hopeless!
Evening. What do you need?
Your safety guaranteed.
Good day. Hello again. How goes the pest removal? That right there is the kind of professionalism that gets things done. We're gonna get a crew in there, clean the place up. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you a nice little bonus for your work, alright? You take this now. Well, that's the kind of question I like to hear. Now, I gave you the job I did because I wanted to gauge if you would be an asset. Turns out you are. I'm ready to cut you in, get you started on to bigger and better things, but, well, Mr. Marino isn't as trusting as I am. I told him what you were doing for us, and he said, well, it's a good start and such. Now, I respect his business acumen, but I feel he's being a tad unreasonable at the moment. Nonetheless, we'll have to appease him, I suppose. So, what I need you to do now is to take a walk on over to Gomorrah, find Mr. Marino, and do whatever he needs done. Now, he'll pay you quite well for this, and I have no doubt you'll excel at whatever he has you do, alright? So you just go hurry up and see what he needs so we can get it out of the way as soon as we can. You take care. Don't get ambushed by street thugs now.
Hey there.
Three sides of danger.
Looking for...
Hello.
I was wondering when you'd get here. Probably would have been faster if Roy shut the fuck up, huh? Okay. I got a little job I need you to take care of. Call it a trial run. See if I like how you operate. So, you ready to get your hands dirty? We'll see. Alright, so there's a couple things that need to happen here. You're gonna coordinate it. Fuck up, and you're done. Part 1. There's an NCR VIP here on the strip. Michael Shapiro. Some kind of political bullshit. I don't really follow that garbage. Shapiro's pretty loud back in California. He wants the NCR to stop wasting time with Vegas and focus on their own bullshit in their own state. If the NCR stopped trying to occupy Vegas, we'd be looking at a huge loss of income at the casino, so Shapiro needs to behave himself. So, while he's here, seems like a good time to see if we can get him to rethink some things. Now, here's where part 2 comes into play. In a perfect world, we'd get him under our thumb, singing our tunes with just a friendly conversation. Go and have a chat with him, see if you can get his head on straight. If not, well, come on back here. I've got a little contingency plan that I'm sitting on. But still, try talking it out first.
Hello? Yes. Can I help you? True, true. It would be more appropriate for us to frequent Gomorrah. No, I'm just here for the cheap rooms and the cheaper tables. My colleagues may, at the moment, prefer to discuss business in the embassy. Me? Well, if I have to spend a single second more than I have to with them, I'd be liable to shoot myself. Isn't it, though? I've proven resistant to their bribes enough times that they're not especially interested in real socializing with me anyhow. Advocating for the peaceful withdrawal of NCR forces from this disastrous campaign is markedly less popular than I anticipated. Not a local, I take it? If you were, I expect you'd tell me, good, about time the NCR fucked off. Look at this mess. Our soldiers are dying out here, in the desert, far from home. We're dumping what little money we have on Nevada. Why? For space? We're not even close to running out of land back west. Resources? What's out here that we need that badly? Hoover Dam is of major importance, of course, but we're already getting power from it per our agreement with House. Our attempts at annexation, it's unjustifiable. You can't force people to accept democracy at gunpoint. That defeats the whole concept. Not at all. Everything I do because I love my country, and I want to set it back on the right path. It leaves me in the position of being rather unpopular back home. Given the state of the world, you'd think they might value peaceful dissent. You have a point. It would have been better if we had never come here at all. But if we withdraw now, it's the people of the Mojave who would suffer most. All right. Once the dam's been secured and the Legion crushed, I'll see if we might be more willing to see reason. In the meanwhile, at least I won't need to listen to Senator Burke whining about aiding the enemy for the foreseeable future. I detest that man.
Those cons got the hint. We've shown everyone that these are our new territories.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, what? Partners. I don't work for them. And what I do is make fucking money. Sometimes I sell them the leftovers from the casino here once they're too busted to make any cash. Sometimes I just kick the shit out of dumb motherfuckers who don't do what they're fucking told. And if business ever calls for some discreet triggermen, they come from me. I don't. That fat Irish prick thinks he's big time because he has a lot of businesses kick charity his way. I could put a bullet in the back of his neck today and have somebody take his job by tomorrow. The only reason I don't is because I don't feel like dealing with getting one of my boys settled in his position. Sullivan's a reliable business partner, sure, but that's where it fucking ends. Watering house plants during meetings with that fake fucking smile all the time. He irritates me. I bring in some chems, take out some expired whores. That's about it. Bosses are keeping to themselves, the miserable fucks. Hey, you keep asking me shit. I got something I want you to answer for me this time. You're a courier. A fucking mailman. How in the fuck did you make yourself a regional power player? I mean, I gotta be honest, it kinda pisses me off. Like, you got Mr. House, President Kimball, Kaiser, and a minimum wage delivery boy? Yeah, well, so are whores, and the most significant thing any hooker I've known has done is give me the fucking clap. You're fucking kidding me. That fucker was annoyingly incorruptible. I don't know how you pulled that off, but maybe Sullivan was right about you. Alright, well, I guess I don't have any objections to letting you in on the business. Go back to Freeside. There's plenty of shit needing done. In the meantime, I'm gonna set up in that poker hall you cleared out for Sullivan.
See ya.
Evening. Hello. Hello.
Now you've listened to my story. Here's the point that I have made.
Hey.
Tired of you.
Yeah, I consider myself an excellent judge of character, friend, and I have a skill for reading people and making informed wagers. I told Mr. Marino that you were going to be an asset. I told him that he shouldn't saddle you with busy work. Regardless, he's seen the error of his ways and we're ready to move forward. And it just so happens that I have the perfect job for you. You remember Frank Doyle? He was an ex-ranger turned gun for hire. Well, you killed Mr. Doyle a ways back, cleared him and his whole crew out of some derelict barn out of Vegas. Impressive work. Now, I don't begrudge you killing Doyle, not one bit. But, be that as it may, it's caused a little, problem to crop up. See, Doyle and his boys were fairly reasonable as far as raiders go. They let me conduct my business in Outer Vegas without interference. I'm entirely comfortable with paying bribes and protection money when needed. I understand how to do business. So did Doyle. He was actually a great help for my interests without ever knowing it. His crew kept the fiends in that area under control. But with all of them dead, there's the vacuum that's opened up. And some fiend war chief stepped in to fill it. I tried to pay him off. He had my messenger tied down and sliced open, and he shoved his arm into my employee's still living entrails. And if he can't be paid off, he'll just need to be removed, and you're more than qualified to do the removing. Once you've taken him out, come on back here and I'll see that you're paid for your services. Well, he calls himself Creed, and he's apparently rather infamous in West Side because of his penchant for chainsawing living captives. And he's, what's the politically correct nomenclature, retard strong? No, that isn't it. Look, he's a 7-foot-tall Mongoloid cannibal, and he'll tear your arms off and beat you to death with them if he gets close to you. I don't know how old he is, where he comes from, or how inbred he is. All I know for certain is that he's the very worst kind of problem. He's the kind that can't be bought off. You take care of yourself.
Hello there.
What can I do for you? Huh. Outstanding work, friend. Rather shame about that old saloon, I suppose. The owner saw it would host events on my behalf from time to time. How badly trashed was the interior? Not a surprise, but still I had to ask. Oh well, on to bigger and better things. Let me know if you want more work. He's a reliable business partner, reliable enough that I forgive his complete and utter disregard for class and decorum. Is it really necessary to swear every time he opens his mouth? Regardless, he provides an ample amount of discreet thugs on the rare occasions that I may need them. More often, he sends women folk. Once their addictions become too problematic for the management, they need to go somewhere after all. As it happens, the local clientele don't really care if their whores are strung out or hygienic. Why, thank you. I oversaw the renovations myself. I would have preferred a penthouse location, but this does the job quite nicely, I think. I'm sure you noticed the power armor. The jewel of my collection, that piece. I purchased it from an associate. Apparently, he bought it from some high-end, invite-only merchant, hidden up northwest of ways. All very clandestine and exciting. Now, the flowers are interesting. I had them imported from one of the local vaults. Excuse me, I'm sure you aren't interested in my rambling. Was there anything else? Well, I was born in the great state of Georgia, far to the east of here. It was a violent, cutthroat place, much hotter than here in the Mojave. Vegas types think they have a monopoly on heat, but humanity is another matter entirely. It's an untamed sort of place, for the most part. None of these pleasantries we take for granted here. Clean water, power, plentiful food, and strange people. Without all the trappings of modern civilization, they've... well, I don't know what to call it beyond simple insanity. There are lunatic cults who worship radiation. I swear to you, I'm not making that up. I once met an individual who purported to be a vampire. I even heard a rumor that somehow the Massachusetts wasteland doesn't even have prostitution. Not a single sex worker. Can you imagine? There are a scattered handful of dismal little townships all around, but no lines of communication, and certainly no one producing anything. The only people east of the Mississippi that are actually producing new resources are the denizens of a place called the Pit. I considered settling myself there, but from what I hear, it's a slaver dictatorship, much like what you might find in Arizona these days. Madness and poor breeding all around. I'm quite content in my choice to move on to more urbane pastures. Traveling caravans were just about the only modern convenience they had in that place. I resolved to buy my way onto one and get out fast. There was this junkie girl who lived nearby, Tanya. She was completely addled, without the slightest inkling of what was happening around her. Well, I told the caravan hands that if they would take me as far west as they would go, I'd allow them all to take turns with her. Tanya was too stoned to contest, and caravan workers all took me at my word, and I managed Tanya's services. Along the way, we were stopped by raiders, intent on cutting our throats and making off with our loot. Well, first, they killed a hand named Dominic. I like him very much, so I don't hold it against them. But they were going to do the same to the rest of us, and, well, I like living. So I asked them why didn't they ambush us sooner. They explained that their rickety little bridge was all the territory they had, and I offered to help them. I told them, they don't kill us. We'd be happy to serve as bait for the other regional gangs. While they extorted us, our captors would flank them. We did just that, and our new friends reaped the spoils of all their dead rivals, and they became our loyal guards. When we parted ways, they were the strongest gang in the region, and the caravan boss gave me all the caps he had for getting them out alive. So without much trouble, as it were. I don't use chems, I have no interest in male sodomy, I'm obviously not from the NCR, and I'm not a woman. The Legion really didn't have any interest in me, and that serves me just fine. Of course. Well, it's a small job, and I wouldn't usually delegate it to someone of your skill set, but since you asked, I need someone to pick up a package for me, and most likely crack a skull or two in the process. You interested? Well, I'm not sure if you're just bored or fishing for a raise, or you're deeply offended by subpar work, but consider me impressed. Yes, alright. There's an area directly outside of North Vegas that, well, I own. I have cam slingers, whores, and pornographers there, all giving me a cut of the profit. Well, except the pornographer recently. For some reason, I've yet to see a single cap from that hack director this week. I have a man who should be handling it, yet first step is to see what the holdup is with the last man I sent to deal with this. He should be operating in an old apartment in North Vegas. He is expendable, so feel free to kill him if you find yourself offended by his excuses. I won't extend protection to a useless employee. I look forward to seeing you when this is dealt with.
Wish I could have seen you capture those beasts for our Thorn.
Howdy. Just gotta find me some sweet jet.
You Sullivan's guy? The issue is that dickhead director type. I went to collect the cash and he told me to go fuck myself. I told him that he got 5 seconds to pay up and he had some big mutant fucker throw me on the street. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Get my spine broken over some giant green cocksucker's knee? Look, I've done all I can here, okay? Only other idea I got is to firebomb the fucking studio and that'd torch the money. So, you know, we're good, right? What? I ain't going. Not like this.
I need my fix.
Watch out!
Evening.
Confirm as a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
We don't need the NCR. I'm glad mean son of a bitch is on our side.
Those fiend junkies over at Vault 3. We've been taking some hits. I say kill them all.
Keep an eye on your stuff. Damn thieves. Just gotta find me some sweet jet.
Those fiend junkies over at Vault 3 been taking some hits. I say kill them all.
Protect and serve.
I'm feeling the passion, baby. So hot, so visceral.
I hear the Great Khans just packed up and left Red Rock Canyon. Always thought the NCR and them would fight it out again.
Going to place me a good bet at the Thorn.
The fuck you want? Can't you see I'm busy here? What the fu- Asshole! I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but I ain't paying Roy one more cap, you hear me? I can finance my own films, okay? I don't need that prick collecting a cut when he doesn't do a goddamn thing. You're a very persuasive negotiator. I've reconsidered my position on paying Mr. Sullivan. Here you go. Every single cap. And you can tell Mr. Sullivan that I'll never be late. Ever again. Ever. Sorry for making you come all the way down here. It won't happen again.
I hear the Great Khans just packed up and left Red Rock Canyon. Always thought the NCR and them would fight it out again.
Shouldn't be long before the fiends are wiped out, now that their bosses are gone.
What can I do for you? See, this is why you're my favorite employee. You get things done, you're efficient, and you're willing to do tedious busy work. Here's your cut of the take, and a snazzy hat, just because I appreciate a good work ethic.